Welcome to a new episode of Only One Kenobi called What's on the Shelf? Or What's on the Pegs? This is an impromptu video. I was going to do a video on this today, but I thought to myself, I've got stuff I want to show you on the pegs. I mean, this is funny, this. I a couple of weeks ago or months ago, I could have had a bit of a laugh on a few Facebook groups. I could have hung a few things on here and said, hey guys, look what I've just seen hanging on the peg. A Darth Vader 30th anniversary. Except he wouldn't be available to buy anymore. So I've got this peg board that you've seen on many videos before, and I thought I would just show you it today because I've got loads of cool stuff hanging on the pegs. Wouldn't it be great if you saw all of this regularly in toy shops? This is the stuff that I've been getting recently. Jesus, look how much I've got of it now. Bloody hell. I have got a fair few items. Sorry about the lighting of this video. It's very difficult to do it because the situation with the room at the minute is that this room has got bright sun coming into it. I like to keep these curtains closed, not only for the brightness of this video, there'll be shadow cast on there, but also, yeah, I don't want my falcon yellowing. So at the minute, I've got the curtain shut, I've got lighting, I've got some lamps on, but the lamps are behind me. They're casting shadows. This is just a spare room of mine. I've got some stuff. This is not the usual room I review in. It's another room, and here are some things I've got on the pegs, but I just thought I'd show you. I'm going to review this guy, so stay tuned, because as you can see, yes, I've got a 30th anniversary rack here. I did have a Rev in there, and I was going to, as I say, you could probably fool somebody and say, like upload a photograph onto Echo Base and say, look what I found hanging in this collection shop, in this, you know, like there's loads of little shops you can, in out there, surely, that sell stuff, like comic shops. I could have pretended that there was one with a Revan in there, but no. I'm not a dishonest man, I'll keep it honest. This is in my home, so this is just stuff that's surplus stuff, and as you can see, I've gone a bit crazy recently with some of the deals on at the Entertainer. Mostly army building stuff. There's like a whole load of stormtroopers here that I've got. Speaking of stormtroopers, everything on this peg here is First Order Stormtrooper. Then you've got here, this is a bit of a miscellaneous. So that's why I wanted to call this video What's on the Shelf, by the way, just to show you what I've got. And I must apologise for the lighting. Can I turn the torch on? Maybe that would have helped. It doesn't matter. Luke. I've seen thousands of them. The Shore Trooper. Who's that? Ahsoka Tano? Right at the back. Should have her at the front there. Anyway, moving on. These are all Stormtroopers here. How many have I got now? These are £5 each. Let's do the maths on that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, £40 worth of Stormtroopers there. But I tell you what, they are top of the range, super articulated, so they shall either be traded on in future or I will use them for army building purposes, and for now they look great on my little shop mock-up. These are all what you see there, Imperial Royal Guards. I should have 6 in total. When they become loose in the future, that means I'll have 6 to go around my Emperor, my new Emperor that you saw in a recent video. The 5 POA Emperor is awesome. And here we've got some, I think I've got 2 Sand Troopers there, and I've got 3 Fets, 1, 2, 3 at the back there. You know, I just saw them at £5 each. I thought, oh, they were quite good condition, because some of the stuff from, what's it called now? The Entertainer is all crushed and buggered, but these came straight out of a mint condition case. So I thought, the manager, he knew, when I walked in there, he knew he was onto a good sale. He was a nice fella. He said, let me just go in the back for you, mate, and see if we've got anything else. Then he came out with cases, and I was a bit like, oh, stop me, I'll have that one. And go on, I'll have another Sand Trooper, and sod it, I'll take, yeah, mate, I'll take the lot. I said, you know, it was just ridiculous. I spent God knows how much in there. But anyway, it's all good, isn't it? But this is the reason why I was buying it, because I can put it on here, and also I've got plans of opening it, having it loose in the future, trading it on, whatever. So anyway, today I'd like to focus on this, and the reason I want to open this is because the case is yellowing. I've got so many Vaders. Originally I didn't want to open it because I thought, well, what's the point in having another Vader, especially when he's not screen accurate. But as a standalone piece, you can't beat this. This is Ralph McQuarrie, of course. I'll show you the packaging again in a minute. But as I say, the bubble is yellowing. You can't really, yes you can. There's a tint of yellow on it, so there's no point in keeping that anymore. It's had its day as a carded item. So why not get him loose? Because I'd like to have a piece of pure McQuarrie art in figure form in 3.75. Join me. Let's open him up. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, I found this. Speaking of the Entertainer in the UK, these guys are flooding over now. I'm now on the search for the Rebel Commando, but the Jawa, which was gold dust over here, is hitting shelves. So I managed to find a couple, one carded, and then I'm actually going to send one to a friend of mine who was after my mate Marco. Actually, if you follow the channel, you know him. Anyway, so there he is, so keep an eye out for that in the Entertainer if you're after the Jawa, and he's pretty decent loose, but this is not a video about him. I might do one about him if you want to see him, but this is about Vader, so I'm just going to show you again the front of the card. The lighting is not great today, ladies and gentlemen, I apologise. I say ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if there's any girls who watch my channel. If you are a female, comment below. It's usually boys who do this kind of thing, isn't it, really? Without wanting to generalise, Victoria's Cantina is not a boy, that's a girl. I'm just saying that usually, if you look at my analytics, look at the yellow in there, you see. My YouTube analytics, the demographic is predominantly 99.9% male. And that's a fact, man. That's data. The data never lies. Anyway, so Ralph McQuarrie, I mentioned him in a recent video because I have a figure of General McQuarrie. I think that might have been 30th anniversary as well. He's a Hoth General. But if you want to freeze frame that, as everyone always says, you can. And here's a little perfect artist profile for Ralph McQuarrie. If you want to freeze frame and read that, I recommend you do. They couldn't have nailed it in a blurb any better than they did, Hasbro, when they wrote about McQuarrie there, because he is a living legend. He brought it literally to the big screen. Even George would say himself, you know, he just needed something to kind of give him kind of space and scale. Because he just wanted to sell his script, didn't he? And I think this fella had a massive part in people saying, yes, we'll make the movie, you know? Because it must have been hard for people to understand the concept of the film Star Wars and what it was all about. But one way or another, it's a team effort, as anything is, isn't it, really? George is your top of the tree, but, you know, it's not just George who made it a massive phenomenon. The music, John Williams, the sound, Ben Burt, the visualization, Ralph McQuarrie, et al., others, you know, so many people involved, the editor, everyone involved in Star Wars. Anyway, let's get this guy open. Alrighty, let's see what he's like. Boom. Folks, parts of the articulation are great. Parts of the articulation are a little bit bad, but overall, very nice. I'm glad I have him loose. My plan is to, because everyone has so many Vaders, if and when I get a display cabinet. Oh, come on, focus. Thank you. Yeah, if and when I get a display cabinet, I'm going to have all, like, my Vaders all together in one kind of display, which would be nice, and this guy would be really important to have in there, because this is the concept of him. What I am confused about is what came first. Are these both concepts? And which is the one on the front cover? Excuse the shakiness. So you've got that there. I thought that looked like that, but actually this one here, which has got a slightly animated look to it as well, looks like it could be the one that's on the front. In fact, I think that is the one that's on the card. This one must be the one before it or after it, I don't know. This, I know for a fact that when they did Rebels, they used shades of the design of McQuarrie, because they're constantly tipping their hat to McQuarrie. Even Chewbacca is, what's that guy called? Zev, whatever his name is, Zev. Or Vez, or whatever his name is. And check this out at the back, the coin, which is inside the card back, which is a nice collector's thing. That's going to go inside here, number 28, I believe. Let's have a look, yeah. Number 28. The lightsaber is really cool. Very chunky lightsaber. Wow. Now that looks heavy. Apparently George Lucas's original plan for the lightsaber was that it was one heavy thing, full of power and weight, but yeah, so I haven't really done anything with it. Let me show you the articulation of him. Unfortunately, these elbows here are swivel, which is not very good, but everything else is ball jointed. I presume the head is as well. Yeah, because you've obviously got to take the head off. The knees are ball jointed, and the ankles are as well, which is great, but then again the hips are swivel, which is limited, I suppose, but these are awful. It's a shame when they were just in the period of the 2007 and the 30th anniversary. They were just getting more ball joints on the go, but this one failed to join the party. The lightsaber does fit in his hand. This is going to be really tricky one-handed, folks, so just bear with me. Sit there 1 minute, let me just see if I can get this in. It's a bit all over the place, this video. It's hard to get it in his hand. I've just done it now. The reason I've got him standing like that is because of the swivel elbow. It looks a bit lame. Let's get him off that revolving thing for now. So I just got him standing like Anakin would. This is the yam for you, my master. You know what I mean. Lovely flowing black cape. Let's get that out of the way as well. Up against a white background. The ball jointed feet always help you. Just look quite menacing like that, really. Very black, so I'm sorry about the lighting if it's not very good. It's not picking them up. So I angle that a bit better. Yeah. Right, I might just, while you're waiting there, if you don't mind, I shall just, if you just balance there, please, camera. I've never done a video like this before, it's all over the place. Let's swap heads. Boom, there's the other one. Let's get this one on. Let's see what he looks like. And we're back. Just before we move on, I'll show you this very quickly. That's the old one that was on. It's very dark, it's hard to tell with Vader. There's the other one. Yeah, that does look more reminiscent of this. But to be honest with you, because this one is just so unique, and he looks insane, Vader, with that. His face just looks wild, and it's a bit like on Batman, you know, when Bruce Wayne shows off his collection of warriors, armor of warriors, and that's what Vader was based on, like a samurai warrior or something like that. I can't remember now, a Japanese warlord or something. And that's what Bruce Wayne has, all the armor of the crazy helmets and stuff of that era in the Far East. But yeah, very good. I'm glad I have him loose. Thank you for watching that. I think I've covered everything. I don't think I'm interested in getting any more of the concept Mcquarrie stuff. Only Vader, because Vader's Vader and Vader's amazing. Everyone loves Vader, but I don't really like the C-3PO or the Han Solo or the Zev Wookiee one. So that's probably all I'll ever open of him. But still, if I ever get anything else, I shall obviously consider opening it. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.